Hey everybody, and welcome to WaterTalk, brought to you by Water Online. My name is Angela Godwin. We are here at WEFTEC 2023 in Chicago, and joining me today, my guest is Jerry Lynch with Spiral Water Technologies. Jerry, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Good morning. It's great to be here. Thank you very much.
It's exciting. You're actually the first guest of the day here, so
Okay.
we're getting excited, and the show's really starting to rock and roll. So
Terrific.
we're looking good. Now you're with Spiral Water Technologies.
That's correct.
Some of our viewers may not be familiar with Spiral Water. Would you give us a little bit of an idea of what you guys do?
Sure. Spiral Water was an idea in 2014 and venture-backed. They invested in a new high solids advanced separation technology for separation and concentration, and they started their prototypes, pilots, testing, and then in about 2016, 17, they're kind of done with their initial R&D and they needed to commercialize, and that's when they contacted me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And so what's your role specifically?
Yeah. My role originally, they contacted me because I've decades in separation and filtration, product development, launching new companies. And so they needed a complete product development team and an initial launch. So for 2018 to 2020, we completed the complete product line. And since then, we've been trying different trials and launching and commercialization, and we're very happy to say that we have over 200 systems in the field now.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
great to hear.
yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about the technology. So
Sure.
these are self-cleaning filters,
That's correct.
as I understand it. So how are they different? Like, what's the advantage to other kinds of filters that are out there?
Sure. I mean, typical self-cleaning filters are backwash filters, meaning that they have to reverse flow, increase flow. They dump a lot of water to waste. And what we have is a concentration device and a mechanical cleaning device inside. And what it does is that it collects and consolidates solids so that you can purge at 99% less water to waste than other self-cleaning and other types of filters. Also, because of the mechanical cleaning, it allows us to get to 15 micron, which most cannot do at very low pressures. Most of them need 2-3 bars to run. We can run at 10 PSI, and they're small, modular, and scalable. Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah.
So tell me about the types of applications that are absolutely best suited for these types of
Sure.
filters.
I mean, originally, food, farm was where grapes, lettuce. Then we went into hemp. Before that, it didn't happen. But we have a lot of experience in high solids. Last year, really the most interesting thing that we saw is renewable natural gas, pre-digester. And because of the way our technology works, not only do we filter to a defined rate of 15 to 1,000 micron, we also condition. And so for volatile solids, they assume, and it's been tested and it seems to be working well, we're pretty excited, that you condition the solids, filter out the non-digestible, and create a effluent that produces more methane in a shorter period of time. And so it's all in its infancy, but it's very interesting for sure.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And you mentioned concentration earlier on in our chat. So tell me a little bit more about that and what's the advantage or benefit there?
Sure. Because we can concentrate, mechanically cleaning and concentrating solids, it allows us to build up that solid slurry to a certain point. And then when we purge, it's 3 gallons, not 150 gallons.
So you're reducing water waste.
Right, and collecting solids rather than wasting and spilling a lot of water or processed fluid. I mean, we're in juices, we're now starting to get into distilleries and other places. It's a lot of fun, and it's been very interesting.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So tell me about the future. When you look ahead, say over the next 3 to 5 years, are there certain markets you want to be in, certain trends that you are anticipating?
Sure. I mean, water scarcity, of course, and so to be part of that, but more specifically, industrial water reuse. I mean, there's a lot of talk about large facilities, municipal water reuse, but industrial, I think, is a niche that we can serve very well, whether it's in food, biogas, chemicals. We just sold a nice system into Alberta, Canada, in the chemical industry. I think more and more industrial users are now seeing, we've talked about at this show about water reuse and scarcity for 30 years. Now people are actually taking action.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you have any, maybe you have a success story or an anecdote you could share with our viewers about your product?
Sure. I mean, when we get called and they say, hey, we'd like you to separate cow manure, right? There's nobody wants to answer the phone, but it's a good industry. It's a good challenge, and we take it. When someone calls from a brewery or a vineyard, we have people lining up to get out there and do it. But I think it's the diversity of our client base and their different challenges, which to a filter person, that's our whole life. I mean, our systems are unique in their own way, but where we can bring real benefit to customers and help them do things that they've been trying to do and couldn't do before is probably the most fulfilling part of the job.
Oh, that's great, Jerry. Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. If our viewers want to learn a little bit more about Spiral Water Technologies, is there a website you'd send them to?
Sure. www.spiralwater.com.
Easy enough. Excellent, Jerry. Right. Thank you so much for your time today. Wish you all the best of luck going forward.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity.
Thanks
Thank
for being
you.
Here.
Oh, great. Thank you very much.
And thank you all for watching. My name is Angela Godwin.